Chapter 1. The Village That Forgot Its Story. Long before the roads were paved, before electricity reached the story. Long before the roads were paved, before electricity, two rivers, and its name was Kunta Village. From a distance, village in West Africa. Every morning at first light, the women of Kunta Village walked this same path, carrying water from the river. At the center of the village stood an enormous baobab tree. It was so old that nobody knew exactly when it had grown there. The villagers called it the Old Witness. They believed it had seen everything: births, weddings, wars, promises, betrayals, and secrets, especially secrets. The villagers believed it had seen everything. Births. This ancient baobab has stood here for centuries, silent guardian of the village. It has sheltered generations, witnessed their joys and sorrows. It was kept underneath a large cloth in the darkest corner of his room. It was larger than the other drums. Its wooden body was dulled, almost black. Strange symbols had been carved into its sides, and on the front of the drum was a symbol that looked like an eye. Baba Sira called it the last drum, and whenever someone asked Baba Sira why, he always gave the same answer.
Because the village has forgotten how to listen. Most people laughed. They thought the old man was becoming confused.
But there was one point hers that made me relate. Layman was 17 years old. He was tall and thin, with curious eyes and a quiet personality.
Lamin, unlike other boys, you prefer listening to stories rather than telling them.
Yes, Baba, I love your stories.
Good, let's walk by the river. Even outside my house while I mend nets, you listen.
Your stories are the best, Baba.
But one story I cannot tell.
Why not, Baba? Grandfather, why do you hide that drum?
Because some things are safer forgotten.
Then why keep it?
Because forgotten is not the same as destroyed.
Lamin didn't understand. He would remember those words for the rest of his life. The village was changing. Years passed. Kunta village slowly changed. The old traditions began disappearing. Young people stopped sitting beneath the baobab tree. Farmers bought machines instead of using traditional tools.
This will destroy our way of life.
The elders complained.
The future is now.
The young people ignored them.
And little by little the stories disappeared, one by one, until only fragments remained.
They crossed the river. The old witness knew.
Grandfather, are you okay?
They are forgetting.
Who?
Everyone.
One morning, something unusual happened. A convoy of 3 black vehicles entered Kunta village.
People stopped what they were doing. Children ran behind the cars, dogs barked. Nobody knew who the visitors were. The vehicle stopped near the village chief's house. A tall stepped out. His name was Malik Darbo. He had been born in a nearby town but had spent most of his adult life in the capital city. He was rich, very rich. He owned businesses, construction companies, transport companies, hotels, and now he had come to Kunta village.
Forgetting what?
Our story.
We have books now.
A book can tell you what happened.
But only a story can tell you why it matters.
Mr. Dabo, it is good to see you. It is good to come home. But Kunta is not anymore. He had not visited more than 20 years, yet he spoke as though he had never left. I have come with an opportunity that will change Kunta forever. I want to build a large agricultural project. There will be new roads,
Electricity, a medical center, a school, jobs, water systems, modern houses, everything the village had been missing.
People became excited.
Perhaps God has finally remembered us.
Our children will no longer have to leave the village.
A new dawn.
The chief looked pleased. But at the edge of the crowd stood Baba Sira. He said nothing. He simply stared at Malik. And Malik noticed him. Their eyes met. For a moment, neither man moved. Then Malik's smile disappeared. Only for the sin and sought. You don't like him. Who?
Malik Dabo.
Grandfather?
Stay away from him.
Why? Because he is looking for something.
What?
Something that does not belong to him.
What is it?
Go home.
But...
Go home, Lamin.
Lamin. If anything happens to me, go beneath the old witness.
Why?
The night of the storm. 3 nights later, a storm came. It began with wind, then thunder, then heavy rain. Lightning flashed across the sky. The villagers closed their doors. Children slept beside their parents. The river rose. Trees bent beneath the force of the wind.
What was that? It's coming from inside. The drum is moving! No. The time has come.
The storm is over, but Babasira is gone. His door is open, and his bed is empty. His walking stick is here, and his sandals. No sign of him. We must search everywhere. Check the river!
Grandfather, where are you? He's not in the fields. I have to go home. His room is the same. The ancient drum is gone. The word said, therefore.
Go beneath the old witness. Someone has been digging recently.
Layman stepped outside. He walked toward the tree, and as he approached it, he heard something, a faint's impossible to hear, coming from through here, beneath the ground.
Boom. Lemon froze. Boom. His eyes widened in pain. Boom. He suddenly understood what his grandfather had meant. The village had not forgotten its story. The story had simply been waiting for someone to remember.
A story about a young woman who sacrificed herself to save hundreds of people. And most importantly, a promise that had been made hundreds of years earlier. But Kunta Village had forgotten its story.
I remember the promise. I will save us now. The promise.
But Kunta Village had forgotten its story. Chapter 2. The boy who could hear the drum. The sound disappeared. For several seconds, Layman stood beneath the enormous baobab tree without moving.
He listened.
Nothing. Only the distant voice of villagers beginning another ordinary morning.
Is someone there?
When the last drum beats, find what was buried beneath the tree. His grandfather had known this would happen. But why? And where was Babasira? Lamanun of the village, he could see people gathering near the chief's house. Some were still talking about the mysterious disappearance. Others were discussing Malik Dabo's development project.
He would return after dark. For the rest of the day, Layman pretended nothing had happened. He helped his mother with chores.
I can still hear the drum. Nobody else hears it.
That frightens me.
I have to see my friend. Something's not right. His name was Musa. Musa was 19 years old and was one of the few people in the village Lamin trusted completely. The two boys had grown up together. They had fished in the same river. Flipping mango trees. Musa was the apex of Lemon. When gotten into the same mango species. What happened? My grandfather is missing. I know. They haven't found him. I know. I heard something.
What? A drum? You heard a drum? Under the old witness. You're serious? Very. What did it sound like? Boom.
And that's it. Just one boom? No. 3.
What is this? My grandfather had it. Are you sure? I found it in his house.
No. No? No, Lamin. Whatever you're thinking, don't do it. My grandfather told me to go there. Your grandfather disappeared. Exactly. That's why you should stay away. I have to find him. Lamin.
When the last drum beats, find what was buried beneath the tree. What tree? The old witness?
I mean it. Something is wrong. I know. Then he walked away. You always had to be the brave one. But after Lamin was gone, Musa looked toward the old witness, for he wondered if his friend was telling the truth. This entire section will become farmland. Here, we will build storage facilities. This is a good plan for our village. The land is fertile. It will yield much. Another section. Here will be the new road. The chief nodded. And the houses? Those will be closer to the river. One elder raised his hand. What about the old witness? The room became quiet. The baobab tree? It is not dead. It will eventually be removed.
That tree was here before our grandfathers.
And I respect that. But development requires sacrifices.
The land beneath the tree must remain untouched.
Why?
Because
That is what our ancestors instructed. Ancestors don't build roads. Listen to me. I'm not here to destroy your traditions. I'm here to bring the village into the future. Several people nodded. The promise of jobs was powerful. The promise of electricity was even more powerful.
But one person remained silent.
Baba Sira's closest friend, Elder Binta. She had known Baba Sira for more than 60 years.
Why do you care so much about that land?
I don't.
You do. No,
You asked about it before you even showed us your plans.
you are mistaken.
No. I have lived long enough to know when someone is lying.
I think this meeting is finished. You should have forgotten it a long time ago.
Night came slowly. The moon was almost full. Lamin waited until everyone in his house was asleep. Then he quietly opened his window. He stepped outside. The village was silent. But he couldn't stay home, not while his grandfather was missing, not while the drum was calling him. He walked toward the old witness. With every step, the village seemed quieter. The old witness. Nobody. Then he remembered the disturbed soil. He knelt down. Using a small piece of metal, he began digging. The earth was soft, too soft. Someone had definitely dug there before. Lamin continued. 5 minutes, then his metal tools 10 minutes.
to the last child, if you are holding this letter, then the drum has called again.
Do not trust the men who come offering gold. Malik, the land beneath the old witness is not empty. What lies beneath it must never be taken by a stranger.
Your family has guarded this secret for generations. Your grandfather will not be able to protect it forever. When he is gone, the responsibility will pass to you.
No. No. I didn't want this. I don't understand. I'm 17. I'm not a warrior. I'm not an elder. I can't even protect myself.
Listen to the drum, because it will lead you where the truth is buried.
Grandfather!
The sound became louder. Then something unbelievable happened.
A staircase beneath the tree. My grandfather had known about it. The village elders probably knew about it, and perhaps Malik knew about it too. He should have gone home. But then he heard something, not the drum. Grandfather? Babasira?
The staircase was narrow. The stones were wet, moss-covered parts of them. The air became colder with every step. 10 steps, 20, 30. Then he reached a small underground chamber. He pointed the flashlight around. The walls were covered with drawings, people, animals, rivers, warriors, drums, and the old witness, but there was something else. A picture of a boy standing beneath the baobab tree. In front of the boy was a drum. Layman moved closer. Underneath the drawing were words. He read them aloud.
The child who hears the drum will carry the truth. What does that mean? It was the same style his grandfather always wore. The guardian must never reveal the name of the betrayer.
Betrayer? Who had betrayed them? Someone else was in the chamber. Where is it? Where is it?
Your grandfather was supposed to give it to me. Where did you hide it, old man? You cannot protect it forever.
You can come out now. I know you're listening. Silence. Malik continued.
Your grandfather told you to come here, didn't he? Your name is Lamin. I've been waiting for you.
What it? No!
It has awakened.
Not one drum, hundreds, thousands, like an army of drums beating from inside the earth. Then the light disappeared. Silence. Layman slowly opened his eyes. Malik was gone. Only his lantern remained. Layman looked toward the staircase.
The river knows everything.
Lamin, Babasira, do not trust the chief. But he could not sleep.
Every time he closed his eyes, he saw Malik standing beneath the tree. He heard his grandfather's voice.
Do not trust the chief. And he remembered the final message. The river knows everything.
By sunrise, Lamin had made another decision. He would find out what the river knew, but he would not tell anyone. There was once a man named Babasira. He was the oldest man in Kunta Village. Some people said he was more than 90 years old. Age is not something you count. You feel it in your bones.
The drum was not played for entertainment. It was played to remember. Every beat carried a story about where the people came from, a story about the first families who settled there, a story about a terrible drought that nearly destroyed the village. A story about the first families who settled there. A story about a destroyed of Twilnafij. But through the drum, the people found their strength.